So what we call this is demon skin. And what demon skin is, it's a spiked layer of 406 individual spikes. And what these spikes do is they basically improve the grip and the control characteristics when interacting with the ball. We've positioned these in key kicking areas of the boot, so when you're striking the ball, you get better control elements with them.
So the compound, the material we use for this, basically has an improved interaction with the ball more than like a standard leather or a textile material. Because these spikes are soft also, you'll notice that when you touch them and when it has contact with the ball, that the shape changes and you get a better recovery of that shape with the ball. So it aids the momentum and the spin properties when you're striking. But also it is able to grip the ball material a lot better than a standard material, and that is what gives you the spin properties when you strike. Yeah, so we use a slightly different compound, and the size, shape and scale is different to previous Predators because we know that the modern game needs a new optic and also fresh performance enhancing features. Through data to design, these are positioned and scaled in a way that optimizes that control technology. So we get this question a lot, surprisingly. We get it a lot. But yes, so everything we do goes through many wear tests. And through wear tests, we know that we have a super strong bond that will basically help the durability. So even when playing, when striking, when playing multiple games of football, we know that we have the durability where we need it to be with this, no problem. So with the new Predator, the size, shape and scale of these stud have been optimized for the control player. So when you think the control player in terms of their movement, they are 360 degree. The control player is the player who sits in the middle of the field. He is multi-directional. He twists, he pivots, he turns. So we need a stud configuration which is going to optimize his traction needs. Now, the stud configuration is optimized for that very reason. Size, shape and scale basically means that they're going to get all the stability where they need it the most. So control can mean many things. Control can mean controlling the game, but also controlling the ball. Now, controlling the ball doesn't just mean receiving the ball, but controlling the ball could also mean controlling where the ball goes and how it gets there. So if you have spin properties, it means that you're able to spin and the rotation of that ball can get to its end destination in a completely different way. It can trick goalkeepers, you can strike the ball and put the ball in different areas. It basically gives you a new performance property of striking the ball to get to its end destination, which in itself means controlling where the ball goes and how it gets there. Yeah, I think the hardest thing is with Predator, there is a huge expectation of what Predator is. So a big challenge for us was creating a concept which was new, different, but also elevated those performance features. Now, the main technology to do that is the demon skin story. To get 406 individual spikes when you draw it on a piece of paper, it looks fantastic. But when it comes to actually creating that concept, it creates many difficulties. Because with that, we also had to take into account the height of those spikes, how big were they? For example, when we did player testing, the earlier protos, we found that the spikes were too big because there was too much grip. Yeah, so we had to lower them spikes. So it was finding the right height and then also what areas of the boot they need to be positioned on to scientifically give you the best control elements. And I would say that was probably the most difficult journey to get to where we are in Predator 20. All right, thank you very much.
See you in Japan.
Thank you. I'll see you in Japan hopefully.